There were 6 singularities. Infinity Stone.
A common goal between most villains in the Marvel Universe is the thirst for power, and what better way to obtain that than by harnessing the Power Stone. The Power Stone is one of the Infinity Stones, or Infinity Gems, depending on what universe you're looking at, and it played a central part in the MCU via Guardians of the Galaxy, and now Infinity War. But just what is the Power Stone? How is everybody doing today? Welcome to the Multiverse. I'm your host, Jimmy, and today we are going to be checking out 10 things that you probably did not know about the Power Stone. And before we get started, just keep in mind that this video is going to contain some spoilers from Infinity War. So you've been warned, and this is kind of a mini-series. We are going over each one of the Infinity Stones or Infinity Gems. We already put up the video about the Soul Stone, so make sure you guys check that one out. Link will be in the description. Now, let's get started.
Be sure to enter our monthly giveaway. For this month, we're going to be giving away 10 tickets to see the Han Solo movie. It's really easy to enter. All you have to do is like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on for a chance to win. Leave a comment on why you want to win with your Twitter handle attached, and I will pick the winner at the end of the month. Good luck.
First things first, much like what we said at the beginning of our video about the Soul Stone, the Infinity Artifacts are referred to as different things across different universes. Most of the comics refer to them as Infinity Gems, while the Marvel Cinematic Universe refers to them as the Infinity Stones. You guys tell me what you prefer in the comment section. For this video, we are going to be using the terms gems and stones interchangeably, so don't get confused and think that we're talking about two different things. We're not. For the remainder of the video, the Power Stone and the Power Gem will all be the same thing. Sound fair? Okay. Now, the Power Gem first appeared in the 55th issue of Marvel Team Up, which was published in March all the way back in 1977. At this time, it was revealed that the Infinity Gems were the creation of an all-powerful being who helped create the universe, but who committed suicide out of loneliness, at which point its power was transferred to 6 gems. The first person to discover the Power Gem was the Stranger, a cosmic being who quickly realized that there were more gems and set out to find them all. Unfortunately, he was unable to acquire any other Infinity Gems, and eventually Thanos stole the Power Gem from him in an effort to destroy the stars of the universe. Thankfully, Thanos was stopped by Captain Marvel, Warlock, and the Avengers, which is kind of like we see in the Marvel Universe, but the creation of them is way different if you go with the MCU. On Earth 199999, the backstory of the Power Stone is a little different from the original Earth 616 version. The Power Stone was the main focus of the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, in which the Guardians had to prevent it from falling in the hands of Ronan the Accuser, a member of the Kree race who is outraged by a peace treaty between them and the Xandarians, at which point he decides to wipe them out entirely with the help of the Mad Titan himself, Thanos. According to the story in Guardians of the Galaxy, the Power Stone was one of the 6 Infinity Stones that were brought into existence by the cosmic entities. Now, the Power Stone was named for its intense power, and it was also a representation of the destructive nature of life in the universe. Only the most powerful beings in the universe could hold the Power Stone without it quickly killing them, which is why it was such a big deal when Star-Lord was able to do so. However, a weaker being can still wield the stone if they have some kind of device to hold it, such as Ronan's staff or Thanos' gauntlet. Now, the exact powers and abilities of the Power Stone are a little murky. They're a little unclear, but they are extremely destructive, and that's really all you need to know in a nutshell. The Power Stone is the physical representation of destruction and chaos in the galaxy, and it gives the user complete access to all power and energy to ever exist, which they can go and use themselves with unlimited stamina, strength, speed, and they can basically become nearly invincible. The Power Stone is also capable of replicating any superhuman ability, making the user an instant double of whoever they are fighting. The Power Stone can be used as kind of like a battery, both for machines and for the other Infinity Stones, as it's capable of being an unlimited source of power for any weapon or piece of machinery, and it will also amplify the powers and abilities of any of the other Infinity Stones that it's close to, making the Infinity Gauntlet even more powerful of a weapon than it already was. Moving right along, the exact powers of the Power Stone may be a little bit vague. You can get a better understanding of what it's capable of just by looking at the ways that it's been used in both the past comics and the films that it's appeared in. During the Infinity Gauntlet storyline of Earth 616, Thanos attempts to impress Lady Death by defeating a laundry list of powerful enemies using only the Power Stone, despite the fact that he had access to all of them. On Earth 199999, it is said that the Power Stone has been used by Esson the Searcher to destroy entire planets with ease, and the Collector even says that it can mow entire civilizations down like wheat in a field. Now, Thanos even found the Power Stone to be his favorite to use in combat, and during most of the Infinity War movie, the destruction that he caused is performed using the Power Stone. And before the events of that movie, he used it to wipe out half of Xandar and the entire Nova Corps. So we didn't even get to see that part. Perhaps the most insane thing that we've seen with this stone in the movies is during the battle on Titan, in which Thanos uses this stone to crush up a moon and then throws the pieces of the moon as projectiles at Iron Man. So yeah, the thing is strong even when compared to the other Infinity Stones. One notable owner of the Power Stone, aside from Thanos, was Agent Sayuri Kyoto on Earth 1610. Now, Kyoto was an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. who betrayed them and joined Hydra, revealing all of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s secrets and greatly increasing Hydra's stance as a threat to the Ultimates and to the world itself. Now, Kyoto also had access to the Power Stone, which made her a pretty formidable foe. When the Ultimates attacked Hydra's base and she tried to use the stone to kill the Iron Patriot, she underestimated the power of the stone and she accidentally killed herself. The surge of power from the stone then melted the ground beneath it and fell into the Earth's core, causing it to not be retrieved by anybody else at the battle, and eventually it had to be pulled out by the Human Torch, due to him being immune to extremely high temperatures. Now, there's actually a bit of confusion with the Power Stone when it was first introduced to the MCU, mainly because of the color scheme that it was used in when it was in Guardians of the Galaxy. It was closer to the Space Stone than the actual Power Stone, and the director and writer of the movie, James Gunn, actually had to go on Twitter to explain that the Infinity Stone held within the orb was indeed the Power Stone, despite the fact that it actually looked more like the Space Stone of the comics. Now, the Space Stone is the blue stone held within the Tesseract, so you can imagine the confusion that Marvel fans experienced when they saw Guardians and thought it was the same thing until James Gunn made the record straight. Now, did you know that in one universe, Red Skull is actually able to steal the Infinity Stones from Thanos? On Earth 12041, Thanos had all of the Infinity Stones, but Red Skull was able to steal them and return to Earth, at which point his ship was beaten up and he lost all the stones except the Power Stone. Following his crash landing, the Avengers tracked him down and took the Power Stone from him using an energy source from Arsenal, which is a robot created by Howard Stark to hold on to energy and be a friend for the young Tony Stark. Given the fact that we know Red Skull is involved with the Infinity Stones in the current Marvel Cinematic Universe, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw something like this happen in Avengers 4, where Red Skull manages to steal the stones and the Avengers are able to apprehend them, because somehow these stones have to come away from Thanos' possession and somehow get back to the Avengers, and the Red Skull would be the perfect bridge. Speaking of Arsenal, do you guys ever wonder what happened to Ultron in the MCU? Surely he's not dead, right? We saw him go out at the end of Avengers 2, but with all the power that he had at that time, surely there's another copy of him somewhere on a floppy disk, right? Well, that actually ties perfectly into Arsenal. Like I said in the previous entry, Arsenal is used as a container for the Power Stone, but in that same storyline, Ultron is able to sneak into Arsenal's programming and take control of him, leading to Ultron being reborn with the power of the Power Stone. So, what if this happens in Avengers 4 with the Power Stone ending up being a piece that Ultron needed to actually return? It's not likely, but it's crazy to think about. And finally, one interesting difference between the Power Stone of the MCU and the Power Stone of the comics is the difference in the number of people who are able to wield it. So far in the MCU, the only beings able to use the Power Stone are Thanos, Esson the Searcher, and the Guardians of the Galaxy, and I guess Ronan the Accuser, who needed a staff in order to wield it. But if you look at the comics, the list is much, much longer. As of the recording of this video, the Power Stone is being used by Galactus, She-Hulk, Red Hulk, Nebula, Thanos, Warlock, Drax, Thor, Magus, and many, many more. So, this difference in users may be something to remember going forward in the MCU, because it seems that the Power Stone of the films may be even more powerful than its counterpart in the comics. And there we have it, my friends. Those are 10 things that maybe you didn't know about the Power Stone. If you did find it informative, definitely drop a like on the video, get the comments going, let's discuss what we think is going to happen, how the Power Stone is going to play a pivotal role when it comes to Avengers 4. Thank you to everybody that has been supporting the Multiverse. We are glad to have you guys here, and we hope you guys stick around for a long, long time. In the comment section, give us any suggestions for future videos you would like to see. They don't have to be just Marvel. They could be anything from Westworld to The Walking Dead to Game of Thrones to Star Wars. Whatever you guys want to see, we want to make it happen. My name is Jimmy, and I will see you guys in the Multiverse.